What is it with some NFL rumors? Do they just refuse to die? Seriously, folks, we've been hearing whispers, murmurs, full-blown shouts about Atlanta Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts potentially being traded for what feels like an eternity now. Despite him being present, working, and frankly just trying to get ready for the season, even with a minor foot issue keeping him out of some voluntary stuff, the trade talk persists like a bad cold. But hold the phone, pump the brakes, and maybe, just maybe listen up, because a voice of reason just stepped into the ring, and he's throwing cold water all over this particular wildfire. That voice belongs to Albert Breer, the respected insider over at Sports Illustrated. And let me tell you, his take, delivered straight from his mailbag this week, is about as blunt as it gets. If you were hoping for a blockbuster Kyle Pitts trade saga this summer, Breer's message is crystal clear. Don't hold your breath. He's simply not seeing a match right now. According to Breer, this whole narrative feels like the kind of story that only gains traction when things are slow in June. His conclusion? At this point, the discussion probably isn't worth the oxygen people are giving it. Ouch! A direct hit on the rumor mill. So, why the dismissal? Why is Breer so confident that the Kyle Pitts trade talk is just noise? Well, it boils down to a couple of key factors, and honestly, they make a lot of sense when you look at the situation objectively, something the rumor mill often fails to do. First up, the contract. Pitts, the 4th overall pick in the 2021 draft, is now heading into the final year of his rookie deal. But it's his 5th-year option that's the real hurdle. That option is fully guaranteed at a hefty $10.88 million. Think about that for a second. Any team trading for Pitts isn't just acquiring a player. They're acquiring that guaranteed salary. Breer points out that this contract, combined with Pitts' statistical dip since his phenomenal rookie season, where he topped 1,000 yards, a rare feat for a rookie tight end, significantly impacts his perceived value around the league. He's not seen with the same sky-high potential he had pre-draft in 2021. Breer puts it plainly, he's not valued by anyone nearly as much as he was before the 2021 draft. And with that nearly $11 million guaranteed figure attached, another team would need an extremely high level of confidence that they could unlock significantly more production from Pitts than the Falcons have recently. Frankly, acquiring Pitts right now looks like a pretty risky bet on a player who hasn't consistently lived up to that elite draft status since year one. And let's be real, it's highly unlikely that a team willing to take on that risk would also be willing to give up the kind of significant draft capital that would make it worthwhile for Atlanta to trade away the 4th overall pick and pay nearly $11 million of his salary indirectly through the trade structure. It just doesn't add up from a team-building perspective for most potential suitors. But it's not just about what other teams might be willing to pay or risk. It's also fundamentally about the Atlanta Falcons' own roster situation. Even with ups and downs, Kyle Pitts still represents a crucial, versatile pass-catching threat in Zach Robinson's new offense. And when you look at the tight end room around him, well, there's not exactly a parade of proven receiving options waiting in the wings. Beyond Pitts, the Falcons currently have 5 other tight ends on the roster. Let's run through them quickly. There's Charlie Warner, primarily known for his blocking prowess, who set a career high last year with, wait for it, 7 receptions. Then there's Philippe Franks, the former quarterback turned tight end and special teams guy, who has a grand total of 1 career catch. Tegan Quitoriano started a few games for Houston last year but saw 0 targets and has a career high of 7 catches back in 2022. Nikola Kalinick has bounced around and hasn't registered offensive stats recently. The most intriguing potential receiving option behind Pitts is undrafted rookie Joshua Simon from South Carolina. Simon had a productive senior year, leading the Gamecocks in catches, yards, and touchdowns, a first for a tight end in school history. Atlanta likes Simon, absolutely. They see him as a player with long-term potential. But expecting a rookie, especially an undrafted one who hasn't even put pads on in an official NFL practice yet, to step in and replicate Kyle Pitts' production this fall? For a team that has playoff aspirations under Kirk Cousins? That's not just optimistic, that's frankly unrealistic and, dare I say, a reckless decision. You simply cannot bank on that level of immediate impact from an unproven rookie, no matter how promising he looks down the road. So, when you put it all together, the contract, the performance dip, the lack of outside value matching Atlanta's asking price, and the clear need for Pitts within the Falcons' current thin, tight end group, Albert Breer's assessment makes perfect sense. We're in early June. It's peak rumor season. Speculation runs wild because there isn't much else concrete happening on the field. But maybe, just maybe, it's time to put the Kyle Pitts trade rumors to bed. At least for now. The insider view is clear, it's highly improbable. So, there you have it, the latest reality check on one of the offseason's most persistent storylines. What do you think? Are the Pitts trade rumors finally dead? Or do you think there's still a chance something could happen? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown insightful, please give this video a like. It really helps the channel grow. We'll keep digging into the biggest stories around the league right here. Thanks for watching.